The New England Patriots are making a horrific mistake. Microphone. It's saying this about my Patriots. Now, microphone, I don't know what the hell you talking about, bro. But, hey, let's get into the video, man. But wait! You gotta get into the intro. Yo, what's up, Swag Gang? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Keon Laura, a.k.a. KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, we about to get into it, bro. My Patriots, bro. You know, dude talking about my Patriots, man. I'm not gonna lie. He talking about we made a horrific mistake. I don't know what you talking about, but let's get into it.
How do you think his end game is going to go? How do you think this is going to go in New England? Because everybody's gone now. I mean, pretty much. I mean, some
Okay.
back. Pretty much the last of the do your job successful era that's there.
This was a very interesting report to read for the most part. And if you're a New England Patriots fan, this report may have come across your feed and it may have caused you to raise a bit of an eyebrow because,
What?
well, if I was a Patriots fan, it would cause me to raise a ton of eyebrows. And it could be either Bill Belichick has a tremendous amount of loyalty to his original staff, or maybe when you are in the New England Patriots organization, you have specific benefits that result in things working out a little bit more in your favor, or it could be something completely different altogether. Now, before we get to the content, man, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. We're making a big push on TikTok, and I'm dropping exclusive content on my Patreon account. Now that we get all that out of the way, break!
Know what he talking about with my Patriots, but we're gonna get into it, man. I'm curious, bro. I usually don't do this microphone. I gotta skip the intro.
Knew that this team was always a contender for the Super Bowl. No matter how much turnover there was in their head coaching staff, in their wide receiver room, in their halfback room.
Damn, bro, I still can't believe Brady left. It hurts.
They had Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. This team was always in the hunt for a Super Bowl. And eventually, Tom...
Why dating a young black woman is a
Fuck
good
you!
Brady left to Tampa Bay, and that just left Bill Belichick. And obviously, if you're a New England Patriots fan, some Patriots fans actually are thinking that it was all Tom Brady. It was nothing to do with Belichick. I personally think that Patriots fans were really spoiled throughout the past 2 decades.
It was both.
And are expecting a rapid rebuild to happen way too freaking quickly. The fact that you guys lost the greatest quarterback of all time,
We did.
I don't think it's fair to call Mac Jones a clone of him, but at least as a prospect, he possessed some skills that drew some parallels to Tom Brady. And the fact that you were even in the playoff.
He's more
picture last
athletic
year,
than Tom
despite
Brady.
clearly not being the best team in your division anymore, is very impressive to say the least. I mean, yes, Bill Belichick has made some decisions that personally, I mean, for me, I think was a little bit reckless in terms of trying to get the team where they needed to be once again. Primarily the 2021 free agency period. I didn't really think giving Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar the contracts that they received, in addition to Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, may have been a little bit too overly aggressive, especially when you saw.
Yeah, bro, they better play their asses off.
But that's besides the point. The New England.
Bro, you gonna give Jonnu Smith $50 million? Bro, I will lock this dude up any day. I will lock Nelson Aguilar. Bro, the receivers that we got, bro, I'm locking them up, bro. There's no question that's about it, bro. I'm locking our receivers up. I'm just gonna say that, bro. Like, it is what it is, but I'm gonna lock, you know, Kendrick Bourne up, Nelson Aguilar. Bro, I'm locking them boys up, bro. This right here, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. They kind of paid him a little too much money. I mean, I understand, yeah, the boys gotta get paid, but bro, $50 million to a tight end, bro. Jonnu Smith, you better go stupid, bro. You better go stupid. I'm gonna put my foot in your ass. You better go stupid. $50 million. Jonnu Smith, I swear to God, boy, you better go stupid.
Patriots have a lot to look forward
better
to.
go stupid, John.
In Mac Jones' development. A brand new
Kyle
offensive
Duggan
lineman
taking
that
plays.
a lot of people think should have been taken in the 3rd round, but hey, it could work out for all you know. The NFL draft is a gigantic crapshoot. The addition of a division rival wide receiver in the form of Devontae Parker. If he could stay healthy, maybe he breaks out this year as a wide receiver too. But for the most part, this year was very much different than last year for the New England Patriots. Their additions were way under the radar. For example, bringing back Devin McCourty on a 1-year, $9 million deal, signing Jabril Peppers on a 1-year prove-it deal after he ruptured his ACL, bringing back Trent Brown,
which I'm happy about.
I feel like I say the New England Patriots brought back Trent Brown at least once every 2 to 3 years. The signing of Ty Montgomery, in addition to bringing back a very familiar face in Malcolm Butler, who was benched.
The reason why we won the Super Bowl because of him.
Versus the Philadelphia Eagles, which, by the way,
that
if
pick.
you're a Patriots fan, we're going to refer to that Super Bowl loss against the Philadelphia Eagles again.
God damn.
These players returning or just joining the New England Patriots, there are 2 familiar faces that are also signing on with the New England Patriots. And this is what is very strange to me. Now, I'm not necessarily saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but if you're a New England Patriots fan, this has to make you feel a little queasy, a little uncomfortable. And it's the fact that both Matt Patricia and Joe Judge are now members of the New England Patriots. Now, the thing that makes this very...
So basically, he's coming back! He's coming back! He's coming back! I like that. He's coming back.
Interesting is the fact that we don't necessarily know what their role is so far. I mean, Matt Patricia and Joe Judge technically don't have roles with the New England Patriots.
And don't get me wrong. He came from the Lions. He back, bro.
Matter of fact, if you search it up on the internet, Matt Patricia comes out as a senior football advisor for the New England Patriots, and Joe Judge, who recently just got fired from his position with the New York Giants, is just vaguely listed as an offensive assistant. Now, Joe Judge's previous position with the New England Patriots was strictly with special teams. From 2012 to 2014, he was a special teams assistant. From 2015 to 2018, he was a special teams coordinator and a little bit of a role with wide receivers as a wide receiver coach in 2019 as well, before taking on the New York Giants gig. But what's unique about this situation is Matt Patricia might be taking over a very pivotal role for the New England Patriots that I don't think any of us thought he would take over. It doesn't necessarily make sense from an X's and O's standpoint. I mean, let me just say what it is to be.
I ain't tripping about it. I like it.
Reportedly the favorite to call the New England Patriots offensive plays this season. I mean, according to Joe Kleiman, the Patriots offensive play caller this season is trending in Matt Patricia's direction.
I thought he was the defensive player. So he was the offense the whole time? Damn, bro. That made me look bad, bro. Damn, I thought he was the defensive dude.
A source tells at Jeff Howie, who is a national insider for The Athletic, which you guys already know how I feel about The Athletic. I trust The Athletic. The Athletic's a great publication. Now, it continues to say that Patricia was recently fired after a failed stint as the Lions head coach, finishing with a record of 13-29. I'm sure Lions fans recall the...
Damn, I thought he was a defensive player the whole time.
The Detroit Lions fired Jim Caldwell despite him being their most winningest coach in I don't know how long, and bringing in Matt Patricia, which was a clear downgrade at the time. But what's really weird about this is Matt Patricia hasn't had a role on any offense whatsoever throughout his entire career, except in 2 occasions. The first being when he was with
so he is a defensive
2001 to 2003, and then the second was
coach.
1 year with the New England Patriots, where he was listed in the same role that Joe Judge is currently listed as, an offensive assistant. Now, I can understand that you left the nest. You left the Bill Belichick coaching nest. It happens all the time.
My Patriots fans, I'm kind of confused. Where are you, bro? Please let me know in the comments.
Coach is succeeding, take a job with another team, and once that doesn't work out, they'll return to the nest.
My brain is not functioning.
He returned to Andy Reid this past offseason, and he is now
You could go to Grainger.com to find what you need to get the job done. Grainger, supplies and solutions for every industry.
Now, Patrick, the quarterback coach, we're seeing Matt Patricia and Joe Judge return to Billy Belichick this offseason. And that's primarily because they're failed head coaches themselves. There are instances where a head coach really screws up their opportunity, returns back to Papa, and eventually they are able to rebuild themselves so much so that they get another opportunity. Look no further than Josh McDaniels. A lot of you guys might not even remember why Josh McDaniels returned to Bill Belichick to begin with. And eventually he became a sought-after head coach. Hell, the Indianapolis Colts wanted to hire Josh McDaniels to coach Andrew Luck. Bob Kraft eventually made Josh McDaniels an offer that he couldn't refuse just to stay as an offensive coordinator. It's really weird considering the scandalous tenure of Josh McDaniels with the Denver Broncos, and you could arguably make the argument that, hey, he may have sabotaged Tim Tebow's career because he drafted Tim Tebow with the hopes of developing Tim Tebow, and then obviously he had to leave a little bit prematurely.
Okay, you're not talking about my Patriots.
It's a whole mess, and it deserves its own video. And I think it's kind of unfair to say it's Josh McDaniels' fault that Tim Tebow never developed. But typically, I've said it on this channel multiple times.
That's on him.
The head coach drafts a quarterback and never has the opportunity to develop said quarterback and eventually takes on a different job. That quarterback that was drafted tends to be screwed, especially if he was a developmental project. And that's what happened to Tim Tebow. But I digress. I kind of went down the rabbit hole of assistant head coaches a little bit too much so here. What Matt Patricia and Joe Judge are trying to do is obviously rebuild themselves. But the thing is that's really strange about this is the offensive play calling duties are between Matt Patricia and Joe Judge. I mean, this is all great work by Dove Kleiman, who says the decision has been between Matt Patricia and Joe Judge. Patricia has coached defense on the Patriots from 2006 until
I knew I was right, bro. I knew I was right. He been coaching defense the whole time. See, I know my shit. He been coaching defense the whole time.
In 2018, and now he's expected to be in charge of calling plays for sophomore Mac Jones.
Damn, bro. I hope he don't mess it up.
21 as quote-unquote senior football advisor to Bill Belichick. You could tell Dove Kleiman does
no, bro. He's a defensive coach, bro.
At all for Matt Patricia, especially if you're putting his title in quotes like that. But I don't blame him. I mean, look, I've seen many instances where horrible head coaches, you could either say they're a horrible head coach or the situation they were in was just not right for them. But the top coach that comes into my mind is Rod Marinelli. Rod Marinelli had an 0-16.
Now, look, I'm basically done with the video, to be honest. Now, I'm going to talk about it, bro. Shout out to my phone, bro. But, bro, it is what it is. I ain't going to trip about it too much, man. I ain't going to cry about it too much. I feel like my Patriots going to do their thing or whatever like that. I feel like the dude, Matt Patricia, that's a female name at that too, but don't get me wrong, bro. You've been a defensive player the whole time, a defensive coach the whole time. Now you really think you going to the offensive side of the ball? I feel like don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Stay on the defensive side of the ball, and go crazy with with the defensive players, bro. You gonna be an offensive coach? Now, I don't see it as horrific, bro. He talking about horrific and all this other crazy nonsense. I feel like it's going to be good. I feel like we're going to be good. I feel like our defense is mainly the problem. Our offense, I'm not tripping too much about. Our defense, we need to do a little bit better than that. If our defense get better, we going to be straight. And them Bills, y'all going to see us, bro. Look, I ain't going to do too much talking about it, bro. I'm thinking it's something big, but it ain't nothing crazy, bro. It ain't nothing crazy. I don't feel too bad, bro. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.